Mookie Betts reveals he was nearly drafted by the Padres before becoming a Dodgers star. In a surprising revelation made during his podcast with Jackson Merrill, a young talent from the San Diego Padres, Mookie Betts shared a memory that might send chills down the spine of any Dodgers fan. He was very close to starting a professional career with the Padres. According to Betts, prior to the 2011 MLB draft, the San Diego Padres were the team that showed the most interest in signing him. He said he attended several meetings with a scout from the franchise, participated in special workouts, and even believed that his future was set to be in a Padres uniform. "I thought I was going to be a Padre," Betts said in the episode. "I remember everything. The workouts, the conversations, the scout. I felt like I was part of that team even before the draft happened. Despite the strong interest, things changed on draft day. In a decisive turn, it was the Boston Red Sox who ended up selecting Betts, completely redirecting the trajectory of the young talent. From that point on, the player's future would take an unexpected and eventually unforgettable path." Mookie Betts would go on to become one of the main stars of the Red Sox roster, and in 2018, played a key role in Boston's World Series championship. Ironic twist of fate. That title came against the Los Angeles Dodgers, the very team that would later become his permanent home. Years after that loss to Boston, the Dodgers took advantage of a rare opportunity on the trade market. The Red Sox, looking to shed payroll, made Betts available, and Los Angeles didn't hesitate. The franchise brought the outfielder to California and saw its story begin to change. Since his arrival, Betts has become one of the cornerstones of the Dodgers, both on and off the field. In addition to making a decisive impact on the field, his leadership has helped attract major stars like Freddie Freeman and Shohei Ohtani, reinforcing the weight of his presence in the locker room and his importance to the team's overall project. Today, Betts is considered the face of the Los Angeles franchise, but his story almost took place somewhere else. Had he been drafted by the Padres, he might never have worn Dodger blue. His comments on the podcast reignite the fascination with alternate timelines and show how a single draft decision can completely reshape the destiny of players and franchises. What would have happened if the Padres had picked him? No one knows. What is known is that for the Dodgers, the story with Mookie Betts has worked out better than anyone could have imagined, and it's far from over. Today, Mookie Betts is more than just a Dodgers player. He is the symbol of a new era in Los Angeles. An athlete who not only helped transform a franchise on the field, but also redefine what happens behind scenes, influencing the culture, the work ethic, and even the recruitment process of stars like Shohei Ohtani and Freddie Freeman. But for all that to happen, a series of precise and even improbable decisions had to fall into place. Betts' journey, recently recounted by him on his podcast with Jackson Merrill, reveals just how close the Dodgers' destiny came to taking a completely different path. Before being selected by the Boston Red Sox in the 2011 draft, Mookie believed he was going to be a San Diego Padre. He trained with scouts from the franchise, participated in specific workouts, and, in his own words, even pictured himself wearing that uniform. The Padres' interest was real, intense, and, for Dodgers fans, almost disastrous. The Red Sox ended up drafting him, and years later, with Boston trying to cut payroll, Betts landed in Los Angeles, where he quickly became the face of the organization. He led the team to a title, shared the spotlight without ego, attracted big names, and helped set a competitive standard that still guides every move the team makes. And it's precisely the standard of excellence that now leads the Dodgers to closely examine another gap that threatens to compromise their October aspirations: third base. With Max Muncy facing an inconsistent season, both offensively and defensively, the front office knows it must consider alternatives. And one name is beginning to gain traction behind the scenes: Ryan McMahon of the Colorado Rockies. According to Bob Nightingale of USA Today, the Dodgers are among the teams closely monitoring the veteran third baseman situation. While the information doesn't yet indicate an ongoing negotiation, it shows that the team is preparing to act if the opportunity arises. Other teams, such as the Chicago Cubs, are also watching, which could increase pressure for a quick decision. McMahon, 30, is a starter for the struggling Rockies. While trades within the division are rare, the possibility can't be ruled out. If the Dodgers choose to make this move, they would be taking on a 6-year contract worth $70 million in total, with $16 million annually guaranteed in 2026 and 2027. But the value is arguably justified. Even though he's not at his offensive peak this season, McMahon remains a respected hitter. According to Baseball Savant, his hard hit rate and average exit velocity rank among the best in the league, above the 90th percentile. Additionally, his patience at the plate is reflected in an above-average walk rate, contributing to his .709 OPS, which is higher than Muncy's .674. If the offensive gap is already significant, the defensive difference is even more glaring. McMahon records 3 out above average OA, a number that places him among the league's best in defensive range. Muncy, on the other hand, has -4 OA, a troubling stat that indicates clear difficulties in covering ground at third base. Defensive fielding percentage also highlights the contrast. .971 for McMahon versus .933 for Muncy. This combination of defensive stability and consistent offensive output makes McMahon an attractive option, even without spectacular numbers at the plate. And for a franchise like the Dodgers, where every detail can decide a playoff series, that technical edge can be crucial. Of course, simply monitoring doesn't mean a trade will happen. But the Dodgers' recent history shows that when they identify a real opportunity to improve, they don't hesitate. That was the case with Betts. That was the case with Freeman. That was the case with Ohtani. And it could be the case with Ryan McMahon. As summer approaches and the market begins to shift, the Dodgers continue doing what they've always done under this new philosophy. Not waiting for success to arrive, but chasing it with intelligence, ambition, and the cold precision of those who understand that every great dynasty is built on the details. Third base may be just one spot on the diamond, but for the Dodgers, it's the next piece of the puzzle.